Hey there, what's up? It's a stream. Just gonna switch the counter real quick. It's been a minute since I've played Outer Worlds, so I feel like I'm gonna need that a lot, especially hopping into a DLC, which usually is a bit more difficult than the typical game. But I feel confident in my skills. Or at least I feel arrogant about my skills, which is, largely the same thing. I am trying some different lighting, so hopefully I look okay. I did look kind of washed out with the bright white light a little bit, so I'm trying the warm light. Sort of in between the two. I think this does look better. I don't look as pale. But the other one might be too, well, I mean, there's four warm and cold settings, and one's a bit too bright for me, so. But anywho, that is not what y'all came here for. This is just me rambling, so I have some audio to check when I test my audio levels. Music might be a bit too loud, but I just want to make sure I'm coming through. Yeah. So all sounds good. So let's hop right on in. I need I wish I had a fade button for the music. But such is life. I'm not forgetting anything else. I already made my tweet. So let's hop on. You know what I have been missing is this menu music. Oh, what side does my face go on for Outer Worlds? I should have checked that, eh? On the right. Well, welcome back to Outer Worlds. It has been about a minute and a half. Ooh, that light is kind of bright to look at. But it's been a while since we've played Outer Worlds. Everything kind of got thrown off by the opportunity of playing Batman. And I played a whole lot of Batman, and that was kind of the summer thing. I don't think I've played this since April. But I'm ready to hop right on in. It's going to be Sci-Fi Sundays from here on out. So what the plan is right now is to do the Murder on Eridanos DLC. Recommended if you're 30 or higher. I don't think I am, but I'm gonna hop into it anyways because Parallel Gorgon I was under level 4 and it worked out. So I think it'll be okay. What I want to do is I want to do that DLC because I've already finished the game, so I'm already familiar with all of that. If I'm gonna hop back in after a while, I'd rather it be something new. But to catch you all up from where we were, we've just sort of learned the major plot twist of the game, which is that all the important and wealthy people, all the politicians and everything, they were aware that the colony was running out of resources. Hey, Claire. Thanks for stopping by. They were aware the colony was running out of resources, so their plan was to freeze the majority of the colonists, the poor ones certainly, and save all the resources for themselves, only unfreezing the colonists when they needed someone to, open doors for them and stuff like that. So our mission to find this chemical that we need to awaken the rest of the people that are on the ship that I arrived in on, it becomes a bit more expedient, as we might need that help to prevent this scheme, as it were. And I suppose I should upgrade these two. Oh, this is actually pretty useful. And what can I do? I have 20 points. Why haven't I spent these? What am I saving them for? So, Murder on Eridanos, it's a mystery, so I feel like I'm gonna need some, like, dialogue skills here. I could put 10 in persuading and lying. Or I can get one of them to 80. I'm probably being Parvati, so... Or intimidation? Do I do a lot of intimidation? I think that's the thing I do. Now let's go with lying. Actually, you know what? There. So, right now I could hop into... should I do this or should I go into the DLC? I wanted to go right into the DLC stuff. And I know where the thing is, but no, I wanted to hop into the DLC. I want to do that, and then I'll do the rest of this stuff. So let's mark this so I can focus on what I mean to focus on, which is back on the ship. I feel like story-wise, it doesn't make sense to do something else at this point, but you know, I'm a gamer who wants to game. Let's check in with the crew, because it's been a long time since I heard their voices.
Something busted, Captain?
Used to persuade and lie more? Yeah, that seems about right. Oh yeah, Phineas has big 12 energy. I finished your thing, right?
If I still believed in the grand plan, a revelation like this would have seriously shaken my faith. Knowing you, I can only assume you have already begun formulating a plan to deal with this. So tell me, what are we going to do?
Don't really know yet.
Yes, of course. And when you do,
I'll give a more confident answer.
Your instincts haven't failed us so far. Anything you'd like to discuss?
Not currently. Just wanted to make sure you're okay. Hey, Doc.
Something on your mind?
Nope.
Got big messes, huge messes, mega. Giant messes, leave it to Sam.
Whoa! Oh, you're snoring. God, I thought you were dead. You know what? I'll try not to bother you.
Every Sam unit comes lean, mean, and ready to clean.
Good work, Sam.
Thank you, customer. This area is utterly filthy.
Her name is Nyoka. You alright?
Good to see you, boss.
And I think, yeah, I guess that's everyone. Because Nyoka is asleep. Alright, well, let's check in with my favorite ship AI.
If you don't mind my saying, Captain, Minister Clark is lucky to have you on his side. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
Yeah, it's gonna bug me that it doesn't feel right in the story to do this, but things are kind of rolling into the last act, basically. Like, there's not really a point from here on where you can really let off the gas and do other stuff, so best to do it now.
Certainly, Captain. I was hoping you would ask.
She's cool. She's
Must
really
be
cool.
long-forsaken parasites. I had become obsessed. My quest to stop them. To avenge my partner, Philip. And my ex-partner, Bernice.
My goodness, she is
And
pretty
Lieutenant Jurgen.
and cool.
And those two informants
I should be paying attention to these
had
names.
brought me to Rizzo's distillery. But it wasn't just the triple distilled deliciousness of Rizzo's Spectrum brand vodka that I found there.
Nice product placement. Jeez.
It was death. I made sure the Brain Eaters paid the price. But at what cost to me?
Yeah, we've been hearing about her adventures as people are talking about them, but now we actually get to see one. Oh man, Space Noir Detective is just a chef's kiss idea. Look out, Helen! Oh, that gun is so cool! Can I have it? We're in color now?
It's you.
This is the Halcyon News Network with breaking news.
Okay.
Halcyon Helen has been murdered.
What?
Administrator Ludovico of Rizzo's refused to answer the big question on everyone's mind. Who will Spectrum Vodka's next spokesperson be? Claiming that
Oh.
a special investigation must be concluded.
She's the murder victim? No! I thought it was just gonna be like someone on the
We
show.
have communication coming in from one Administrator Ludovico.
Get off the transmission, Cedric. We agreed to let me do the negotiating. Law be with you, friend. I am Administrator Ludovico of the famed Eridanos Atmospheric Complex. But there's no need to stand on formality. You may address me as Mr.
First off, we'll see about that. Second off, no! She was the coolest. Who did this? I will annihilate them. I just decided I'm going Renegade. I feel like I should have known. Oh, is my camera lagging? Is my stream lagging? Camera's being a bit iffy. Nope, the character movement looks fine. It was just weird on me. Look what they've done to my girl! Okay. Alright, this guy I refuse to take seriously. How about I just call you Lou?
How about not?
Okay. Okay, Lou.
I apologize if I've struck too familiar a tone for your tastes. Let me get right to the point.
Yeah.
Halcyon Helen is dead.
No!
Murdered.
No!
Her death is the tragedy of our lifetime.
It is.
As the face of our new product line, her murder is a stain on the
I've had
Rizzo
Halcyon
brand.
Helen for 5
She
seconds.
was
and
scheduled to unveil our newest product, Spectrum Brown, before this tragic event. But we cannot move forward with our unveiling until we apprehend the killer.
And your first thought was to come to me?
All right, Ludovico, that's enough. You don't know what you're doing. Let me handle this.
Ooh.
Captain Hawthorne, Sublight's favorite freelancer. I'm such an admirer of your work.
Yeah, I'm Hawthorne.
Cedric Kincanning,
Mhm.
Sublight Underground. I'm so glad we're hiring a third-party investigator. No one wants to see a troop of UDL guards stomping all over my hotel. Least of all me. The murder of Halcyon Helen is a heinous assault on this colony.
True.
I look forward to watching you find the miscreant responsible and drag them out of the shadows.
I'll drag what's left of them out. Sublight Underground. No, I have not heard of that. I should probably ask about it in case it's suspicious. I want to say this, but I should probably ask about this.
Don't worry. You and I are going to become very close acquaintances. I run the Grand Colonial Hotel and Perea Spaceport. Ludovico and I are business partners, in a manner of speaking. Eridanos is our shared responsibility.
That's the title.
Eridanos is not our shared responsibility. Eridanos is my responsibility, to which you and your organization have latched on like a parasite.
Please, Lou. Sublight Underground is built on discretion. I'm establishing rapport with our new contractor. Let's not give her the impression that you can't be trusted.
Do you really want to do this right now, Cedric? You want to antagonize me while I'm negotiating a contract? Because I promise you,
Obvious rivals. I don't know if this is relevant to the murder. I'll let them argue because someone might say something important.
We can do this anytime you want. I'll even make an appointment. I'm sure your schedule's wide open. What with your product launch being indefinitely delayed due to unforeseen murder.
All right, Cedric. If that's how you want to behave, I have no choice but to file an official reprimand on your permanent record.
Oh, please do. I'd love an official reprimand from a failed executive. Could you do me a favor and have it laminated?
Could we please stop this nonsense? Captain, I'm Constable Maria Keane. Hiring a third-party investigator was my idea. I've been studying your dossier.
Oh?
You're reliable and competent. You've been taking care of yourself ever since you arrived on Halcyon. And you're entirely independent.
All true.
As far as I'm concerned, you're the ideal inspector for this case.
Oh, I forgot my character's name was Claudia. because I named the character Claudia in Skyrim, so every character in every game I play has to be named Claudia. Just how many people are here? Is anyone else here?
Just the three of us.
Okay. No one else is gonna hop in?
You must excuse us. The situation on Eridanos is tense. If we don't bring Helen's killer to justice, this scandal could scupper our entire operation. Please, Captain, I'm asking you to help us. While you're pursuing your investigation, we'll make you a guest of honor at the Grand Colonial.
Okay. Alright, so you seem alright. So far. I'm not going to say anything for sure. Cedric, I don't think he would kill Helen, but he is... I mean, it would be super petty to kill Halcyon Helen just to get a one-up on Lou, whose name I don't remember. I'm just going to call him Lou. You can count on me.
The future of our complex may depend on your success. I'll leave you in the constable's care. Mr. Kincannon and I must have a word.
Okay, Lou.
Bud Rizzo's is paying for that hotel room.
I can't tell you how grateful I am for your help. And even though they may not show their gratitude, I know Administrator Ludovico and Mr. Kincannon appreciate your involvement. Mr. Kincannon could lose his spaceport if board authorities took over the investigation. And if Rizzo's is forced to cancel its unveiling, we might never recover.
Okay. So, yeah, okay. So that gives Kincannon a reason not to do this. I just wasn't clear what his connection to this case was. You seem competent. You could have dealt with this. You do seem competent compared to the other two.
I represent the law, Captain. But what's happening between Mr. Kincannon and the Administrator is politics. Politics are not my area of expertise.
Fair enough.
The law is simple. Politics are complicated.
Those are kind of the same. Alright, fine. You sound a bit worn out. Let me get overly familiar with you, because you probably know things.
Me? Worn out? Perish the notion. My days are filled with catering to the oh-so-reasonable requests of Mr. Ludovico and Mr. Kincannon. What's not to like?
I mean, them? They seem like jackasses.
Your words, not mine. Please don't take my lack of disagreement as anything other than fatigue.
Alright.
I'm a content, productive, and happy member of our society.
Wink. I get you. Those two seem to... That's what I just asked,
The
right?
Administrator oversees Rizzo's operations. Cedric runs the hotel and the spaceport. They're always at each other's throats.
Yeah, if he runs
My
the
life
port.
would be so much easier if they'd simply learn to work together.
But he's part of Sublight, which are like pirate scavengers. Or at least from what I understood. Nothing I can't handle.
I'm pleased to hear that. From everything I've heard, you're a competent freelancer. And at the risk of sounding impertinent, we desperately need the help of someone competent.
Well,
thank you for your time,
that is
Captain.
my main thing.
Whenever you're ready, I've authorized the Unreliable to land at the Grand Colonial.
Alright, let's go.
Transmission terminated. Captain, we are now cleared to land at the Eridanos atmospheric complex.
I don't know why they're trusting me. Fair.
There are several reasons why someone would hire your services. In descending order of likelihood, they are as follows. Desperation, confusion, mistaken identity, inebriation, and genuine faith in your abilities.
Thank you, sweetie. That's very nice of you to say. What can you tell me about Eridanos?
Eridanos is a hydrogen-helium gas giant, distinguished by a well-defined ring system. The Eridanos atmospheric complex is a system of land masses propelled through a thin layer of the upper atmosphere, where humans are potentially capable of surviving.
Thanks, Ada. You're so sweet. I guess we'll bring Elly and Parvati. Yeah, I'll bring Elly and Parvati. Nyoka needs a nap. Meow.
We've touched down on the atmospheric complex in Eridanos.
God, this game is so pretty. Okay. I also kind of like remember how to play this game because it's been a minute. Elly, yeah. Yep, yeah, let's go. Morale improvement program. Don't be you, be better. Workplace malaise is moral bankruptcy. Woo! God, I love this ship. I love a spaceship that looks like it's gonna fall apart. Take best girl Parvati. I always take best girl Parvati. That's just... she is attached to me. Is there anything around here that I need to be concerned about? Yeah, like, honestly, you want to make me fall in love with a spaceship, you make it, like, held together with tape, smoke coming off of it, but it's got personality. Like, especially if it has, like, an actual AI. Ooh. Ooh. But even something like the, oh god, I'm gonna kick myself because I'm not gonna remember the name of it, but the ship from The Mandalorian. Ooh. Razor Crest. The Razor Crest?
Watch out. This place is half sublight thugs and half top rungers on vacation. Both are dangerous.
Yeah, looks like we got a welcoming committee coming up here. Oh.
Hello there.
Nice
If
hat.
your atmospheric entry wasn't too troublesome. As a guest of honor, you deserve the best in comfort. Sublight Salvage and Shipping Underground, or Slug, as we like to call ourselves, is delighted to welcome you to Eridanos. I'm the Grand Colonial Head Bellhop. I'm here to grab your bags and direct you, the inspector, to the Grand Ballroom, which was the scene of the crime.
Can you tell me more? Tell me more?
I can try. I was the one who found Helen's body in the Grand Ballroom. Corpse wasn't in the best shape. Aside from that, I don't know a whole lot. Helen was supposed to host the unveiling for Rizzo's newest product, Spectrum Brown. Until you catch the killer, the unveiling's been indefinitely postponed. Helen's death has been a shock for many. A lot of people are inconsolable.
Same.
Hell, even Black Hole Birdie, Helen's beau, has wandered off. Some folks think he had something to do with the murder, but I don't believe it.
I still don't understand why anyone would have it in for Ms. Helen.
Oh yeah, you're a
You should ask
fan.
if they're comping the minibar.
This might take a while if you get me.
Folks get heated
Good idea,
when it
Rainbow
comes
Party.
to serials and their actors, I suppose.
Was she divisive?
Not particularly. But I think some folks were jealous of her success, or otherwise viewed her as a threat.
I like his
I
hat.
reckon how she came about her fame didn't help.
How did she come about her fame? Hello.
Why, she was a natural. People fell in love with her.
I mean,
She
yeah.
managed to wrangle up a following all on her own.
I know I did.
She ended up about as famous and high-runged as your average VP, which rubbed a lot of Byzantines the wrong way. Actors ain't supposed to get preferential treatment. Let's see here. Oh, I already spoke briefly about the Spectrum unveiling, or lack thereof. It's still an awful shame. A lot of folks looking forward to that.
Competitor, maybe? Yeah, you work for Slug. Why do you care about Rizzo's?
I do. Rizzo's happened to rent out the Grand Colonial Ballroom from Slug for the unveiling.
Oh.
A nice mutually beneficial event. But the murder's gone and ruined that. Along with 9 out of 10 of my favorite cereals. Anyway, I think I've held you up long enough. Once you're ready, head down to the lobby.
I have more
The ballroom
questions.
is just behind the elevators. Meanwhile, I'll grab your bags.
Down to the lobby. Ballroom's just back. What bags?
You're making fun, right? Your luggage, belongings, kit, wherever you keep what you ain't wearing. You're still giving me a pretty blank look. Suppose it's none of my business, but do you just wear the same set of clothes all the time?
Yes, it makes me look pretty, so why would I change it? Are you telling me you don't?
Well, reckon I can respect your candor, even if it scares me a smidge. Anyhow, I'll look for you in the grand ballroom later. Hope you can unravel this mystery, Inspector.
I hope so too. Yeah, my outfit is the one that, oh god. Delacour? Is that her name? I'm gonna feel like crap if I forgot her name. It's gonna bug me if I don't get her name. Oh, like not... I can see that. Celeste. Oh, her store was called Jollycoeur. That's why I thought that was her name. Well, Celeste Jollycoeur. Yeah, she made me this nice outfit, and then the town guards frickin' shot her because it was divisive.
We aren't allowed to depart.
Apologies, sir, but the atmospheric complex is on complete lockdown. No one's allowed in or out until the murder investigation's concluded.
Do you have any idea who I am? I could bury you under 6 tons of paperwork before you had the time to cry out for your supervisor.
I'm sure you could, but we fed our last box of grievance forms into the incinerator a few months ago. Is there anything I can do for you in the meantime?
I cannot believe this.
I wonder if there's anything useful around here.
We don't toss troublemakers out of airlocks. We just throw them over the edge.
Okay.
Mr. Kincannon really knows how to run a hotel.
Let's get to the actual murder scene. Probably best to start there and work our way out. Oh, this is just like an episode of CSI.
Greetings, Inspector. No need to check in here. Your paperwork has all been processed. You should be able to find the Colonial right ahead.
Okay, I love your little elf hats. Okay, I gotta think of something cool to say.
Place. I hope they're not expecting us to pay.
It really is a terrible shame. I absolutely adored her cereals.
She's wearing a top. Yeah, that's what rich people wear.
You don't think a dissident could be here, do you?
Get a hold of yourself. The administrator would never allow someone as dangerous as a dissident here. Eridanos is safe. This is all just a terrible coincidence.
Of course, you are absolutely right. I think the idea of a psychopath wandering among us is just making me nervous.
Among Us. Alright. No! Halcyon Helen, no!
Ooh, feels like I'm breathing rich people air.
We just came from Byzantium.
I'll bet you 10 bits this is all just some sort of publicity stunt.
I'm trying to pay more attention to the side dialogue here, by the way, just in case it has clues. You said the lobby was behind the elevators?
Black Hole Bertie's disappeared, you know. That poor fellow must be inconsolable.
Oh, thank the law. Inspector, you don't know how relieved I am to see you.
Nice scar, you're a badass. Nice to meet you. We spoke over the Aether
Constable Maria Keane. It's good to meet you in person, Inspector.
Oh, maybe.
Dr. Goodnight.
That might give away the ending.
Acquaintances and so on. Are we finished with the pleasantries? There's something I'm excited to show you.
Dr. Goodnight. Hey, there was a James Bond character named Dr. Goodnight. Was it Mary Goodnight from the space one? The space one. Moonraker. Like the Moonraker. Okay, no, I'm not going to go into Moonraker. It was the one where both James Bond went into space. Oh man, I gotta do my Horatio Kane impression. What have you got for me, Doctor?
An extraordinary contraption. You'll love it.
Our coroner has developed a device which may prove useful in your investigation. Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you.
Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you. Oh, please. You make it sound as if I'm turning over stolen goods. Behold, my discrepancy amplifier. Hold it in your hands. Feel the way it hums with ontological potential.
What's that? Okay. Looks like a scope modified with a computing device.
I work with the materials to which I have access. Halcyon has
It was right after the first Star Wars came out. James Bond always follows trends.
Model of our universe to detect the discrepancy between what
That's why he
should be
skis
and
so
what
much.
actually is. Then it renders any discrepancies visible by using the power of magnification.
And that's why he did parkour in Casino Royale. So it's a magnifying glass.
Yes, it's a magnifying glass, but an extraordinarily powerful one. It looks through the glass of reality itself.
Okay, that's
I'm
pretty sweet.
contractually prohibited from endorsing off-brand technology, but I'll bend that rule just this once.
I like your
You'll
eyeliner
peer
there.
Into the amplifier
Is that eyeliner?
and
I don't know
examine the
makeup.
crime scene.
I don't know makeup terms, but it was like purple and blue. I thought that looked pretty cool. Greetings, Inspector. Thanks to the half-genius, half-mad scientific mind of Dr. Goodnight, you've been granted the Disparity Amplifier, a handy investigation device for uncovering clues throughout Eridanos. Be sure to equip the Disparity Amplifier in a weapon slot before you hunt for Helen's killer. Let's do that. Oh, so I have to hold it like a weapon. Okay. I'm not using this mind control ray at all, so... To catch Helen's killer, you need to use the Disparity Amplifier scope to reveal clues. Neat. Okay, well, it's time to put this murder in black and white. Yeah! I'll work on it.
The discrepancy amplifier is now operational. Greetings, designated inspector and/or unauthorized larcenist.
I'm
This
the last
unit
one.
has detected a discrepancy related to Halcyon Helen. Unscheduled expiration of.
Yep.
Begin amplification.
Commence. I see you've been designed with a modular analytical system. What else can you do? Ooh. Talk dirty to me.
The discrepancy amplifier has been programmed with advanced speech recognition, scientific analysis, and deterministic calculus protocols.
Oh, you'll love this. Amplifier, tell the inspector about your features.
Please do not interrupt the discrepancy amplifier. The discrepancy amplifier is programmed to take instruction from its registered or designated inspector.
How curious. I must have set its impertinence levels to flagrant.
This unit's features include an automated personality simulator. This unit has been programmed to simulate joy and satisfaction in assisting you.
Alright, tell me about the discrepancy.
This footprint stands out from the normally spotless floor of the grand ballroom.
Indeed.
Typically, the ballroom is cleaned twice daily, which means this must have been made by either Helen or her assailant or assailants.
Do the side... Taste the dirt. Taste the dirt? No, I have a machine to do that.
Footprint is a tailor-made 8.75, suggesting that its owner was very particular about their shoe size.
I feel like I should be taking
It is also
notes.
the exact size that Halcyon Helen typically prefers. There are traces of dirt throughout the footprint.
I wish I had a notepad in front of me, actually. Shoot, I should have got a notepad. No, I can't use this. This is like my regular notebook. Well, oh, I'll tear a piece of paper out of this. Oh, you can also hear the hotel version of the game theme now. Do, do, do. Okay, what were the shoes? 8.75. What am I doing? I don't want to forget things. I'm seeing some purple berry. Amplifier analysis.
Excellent observation, Inspector. The following compounds have been detected. Purpleberry residue, nitrogen-rich fertilizer, common grass. Grass, fertilizer, and purpleberries can all be found in the purpleberry orchards, located not far from the Grand Colonio.
Okay, this is actually going to make the episode take longer. Oh, I wish I was playing a TTRPG so I could take notes in this mystery. So Helen, because these are her shoes, she must have been there before she died.
This deduction appears sound.
Good work, Inspector. I had a feeling we'd make some progress once we brought you onto the case. You'll need Administrator Ludovico to grant you access to the orchards. Contact him through the secure access terminal in your penthouse suite.
Okay.
Check in with the concierge. Your room should be ready by now. If it isn't, I may have to go shake someone by the collar.
Oh, I'm level 36. Okay, I'm over level for this. Well, let's go check out the orchard and make sure we don't see the forest. For the trees. You know, I actually don't know what that phrase means. Can I inspect anything else?
This is a bottle of unreleased Rizzo's product. Helen appears to have attempted to use it to spell something as she expired, but all she managed was a sticky bee.
B. Oh, shoot. What was the name of her lover or whatever? I don't know, her fellow actor or... Shoot! I already forgot the name! God, no, I can never be a detective. My brain is too fried. The moment I stop thinking about something, it's gone forever. Was she trying to spell the name of her killer? This looks like the Rizzo's brown, by the way. I'm assuming that's what that is.
This hypothesis is plausible, but requires additional information.
Black Hole Birdie.
Correct. Bertie Black Hole Holcomb is a registered guest at the Grand Colonial Hotel.
Anybody else I should know about?
Accessing guest database B. The Grand Colonial Hotel is proud to serve the following VIPs. Bertie, Black Hole. Burbage 3001.
Make a note of this.
This evidence has been recorded for later reference. Now generating pre-approved complement. Splendid work, Inspector.
Well, whatever the phrase means, it sounds cool when I put glasses on. Thanks. I'm not gonna loot Helen's body. So I see the footprints, I see the bee. Could be for Birdie, could be for Roselle's Brown. Oh. I thought I saw something. Must have been a reflection. Must have been the wind. Alright, let's go get ourselves into that orchard. How do I put my weapon away? H? R? I don't remember to put my weapon away. Oh, R. Just have to hold it.
I knew I should have gotten her autograph when I had the chance.
You'd think these people have never seen a corpse before.
Yeah, I mean, we've made so many. I mean, I'm a detective. Hello.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but while the hotel is an active crime scene, I regret to inform you that all new bookings, room upgrades, room downgrades, and in-room massages are Oh, you're the special inspector. Mr. Kincannon warned me you'd be checking in soon.
Yeah, I'll be having that massage. Do you have my room key?
Ah, yes. We are most pleased to offer you our grandest of grand accommodations, Inspector. The Penthouse Suite on our topmost floor is now available for you. The last guest left her belongings behind when she vacated unexpectedly, so we needed a little time to tidy the suite up for you.
Was your last guest
Simply
Helen?
call the elevator in the lobby, and our highly skilled operator will deliver you to your private floor with efficiency and cheer.
Okay. Yeah, I should ask you some questions. You got some guests here. What can you tell me about them?
My apologies, Inspector, but that would be a severe violation of guest privacy. We here at the Grand Colonial firmly believe that... Alright, my supervisor just walked out of earshot. Some folks just don't understand the importance of gossip.
Right.
About whom? And what would you wish to know?
Probably Birdie. No, I should ask about Helen because she's the victim. I know she's involved because she's the victim. Birdie is just a suspect right now.
You know, out of everyone here, I probably knew the least about Helen. I'm not much of an Aetherwave watcher myself. And Helen always had a crowd of admirers chasing her, you see. So she rarely stopped to chat. Friendly enough, surely, but always seemed untouchable. Emphasis on seemed.
In it. Acting strangely, maybe?
Now that you mention it, she was usually calm and collected, but every so often I'd see her looking all wild-eyed and intense. It seemed as if she was determined about something. Or maybe she was just hungry. That woman ordered a lot of food. Maybe show business gives you a faster metabolism.
A lot of food. Okay. Gonna file that away to forget?
You know, out of everyone here, I'm not
close to anyone.
Everyone wanted to be around Helen. She could usually be seen alongside Birdie or Woolrich, for obvious reasons.
Okay, so tell me about Birdie.
Birdie. Is he bigger than he is dumb, or dumber than he is big? I have a bet.
Oh no, Birdie's one of the sports guys, right?
Birdie used to be Helen's beau, though he isn't anymore, and not just because she's dead. If I had 1,000,000 bits, I'd spend every one just to learn what caused their split.
Revenge? Could that be all this is? It's gotta be more than that.
If looks could kill, he'd have put her in the ground 10 times over. Man's clearly jealous of her success compared to his. See, I'd bet we're the only two people thinking about him in all of Eridanos. And I only am because you mentioned his name. If you leave woolly cow milk out, it turns to curds. Leave the curds out, they begin to get stale. then rot. Woolridge is on his way to the trash bin, and everyone knows it. Either he's in denial, or he knew Helen would be checking out soon, judging by his increasing demands for a room upgrade.
Okay, well, you've just moved to the top of the suspect list, which is 2 people.
That's a shame, Inspector. What if I wanted to know a little about you?
Are you flirting with me? Because you are allowed. Change the colony.
A dashing gunslinger type, then. I'm sure the investigation
Oh yeah,
will turn out
I'm really enjoying that.
Or at least Mr. Kincannon seems confident enough to believe so.
I like their like little glances off to the side to make sure no one's listening. Can you tell me more about the hotel?
It certainly is a marvel of modern ingenuity, luxury, and ambition. Please, allow me to answer any curiosities you might have about our building and the amenities on offer.
What is the penthouse at?
Twice
I don't know if
the
this is going to
size
be
of the next
relevant.
biggest room, and kitted out with any amenity you want, as well as many that you won't. Best to enjoy it while you can, Inspector. Typically, the only people who can afford the penthouse suite have enough bits to suffocate everyone on Terra 2. Also, please inform me if Woolridge gives you a hard time about getting a better room than his. Don't tell him I said this, but everyone on staff wants to strangle him.
I get that. Anything special with the upper levels?
Most certainly. All the important folks can be found in the utmost parts of the hotel. You can hardly walk 3 feet without bumping into
Toss
a
ball, that was the name of
grate
it.
or a board of sand. So maybe don't bump into them. Could be harmful to your health.
I've bumped into worst.
Who
Worse.
would be interested in a staff-only area? Most folks never ask about the sewers beneath Rizzo's plant, either.
Oh, sorry. What was the thing that I said just there? The lower levels, right.
Of interest to your investigation? Well, I suppose there is that one door we're not supposed to open.
That's very interesting.
But I'm sorry, Inspector. I'm not authorized to grant you access to any staff sections of the hotel. You'll have to find a way in on your own.
Fair enough.
If you're sure.
I'm gonna have to check in with you later, in case I need to learn more about the hotel.
We should try to solve the puzzle hedges in the orchards. The prize is supposed to be something valuable.
Hello, Norville.
Finally checked in, I see. I hope you're fond of the penthouse. It's pretty much the best seat in the whole hotel. You shouldn't want for any amenity you might find elsewhere. Should act as a better headquarters for the investigation than any space dust covered ship. That and you ain't got room service on a ship. You ever need anything, come find me. Even if you don't, you can still swing by. I'm always happy to chat.
You did find the body, so I should probably ask you... Yeah, a few questions about the crime scene. Did you know the victim?
Oh, of course. That is, maybe not on a personal level, but I'm one of her biggest fans.
I really hope he's not
Association of
involved in
like-minded
anything
individuals.
duplicitous.
I'd lament not having anything to meet about anymore, but the newer tribe just ain't done it for us. Still, there goes my hopes of a Terran Monarch reunion episode.
Were the newer episodes that bad?
Of course, budgets went up, but the writing quality chewed straight through the floorboards and free fell into Halcyon's son. I'm supposed
that.
to believe Helen would let the chief of the savages go free, just since he was revealed to be her half-cousin? He's a dissident! You kill him! I, like most fans, reckon this series should go back to its roots. Another 200 episodes of the Origins plotline is what we really want.
Is it?
Now, what can I lend a hand with?
Top 10 worst anime portrayal. Yeah, he seems like a genuine fan. I just feel like there's obviously something going on here. Especially with a company like Rizzo's involved. Can I answer these questions about the crime scene? Tell me more about you have the phone.
Sure, I'd taken a check in the barroom every few hours prior to the unveiling. Just to Make sure no sprats had snuck into the place. You understand?
Yeah.
Found her right before I was set to head back to my room in the lower levels for my mandated 5-hour sleep period. Tell ya, thank the law for caffeinoid. Been too upset to get a wink of sleep since. And hey, now I can finally see smells.
Finally? Is that a thing you wanted? Did you kill Helen? No. Why would she have been in the ballroom after hours?
Beats all hell out of me. Maybe she was, practicing for the unveiling?
I'm not gonna do this, because I don't want to mess up my relationship with Norville.
Sure. What's on your mind?
Did you see her on the day of her death?
Of course I did. I just told you I found the body. Oh, wait. You mean when she was still breathing?
Yes.
No, of course I didn't. Plus, it's untoward for an employee to speculate about the actions of a hotel guest. Not that I saw any hotel guests.
Norville, I'm an inspector. You gotta tell me. I think we both know you're itching to gossip. Maybe you have to meet someone, maybe.
Honestly, you're more than a little right.
I bet the staff here loved gossip. So far, 2 out of 2 have.
Helen leave the hotel premises with the profit of profitability, and didn't see her come back. A little on the suspicious side, I think. Seemed especially strange, seeing how, as far as I was aware,
profitability?
the two didn't get on.
Who is that?
Yep. Gives seminars on increasing profit margins and the like. Can't say much else, seeing how I ain't in the gossip market.
Why didn't Helen and Papa get
As far as
along?
I can recall, Helen dismissed the lady's seminars in some kind of interview. Said her co-star used them, but she didn't. The top rungers are always ready to read between the lines of famous folks and seem to think the profit was on her way out. Woman lost a ton of bits and is set to lose more. I hope all that helped. I'd like to be as useful as I can in the investigation. Just didn't want to steer anyone the wrong way.
Maybe Helen wasn't drawing a B. Maybe she was drawing 2 P's. 2 capital P's, or one is upside down, and she drew them on top of each other. Any idea who would have wanted to kill
Everyone's got theories. I don't reckon mine hold much more weight than anyone else's.
Before we go, real quick.
How awful! I left my favorite jacket in there.
Oh, I'll steal it for you, don't worry. Oh, I can't even see the B unless I... Okay. Yeah, because where her finger is, she started here and then came down. It could be a 13, it could be... Genuinely could be anything. I feel like the B is a red herring.
Hello there, my enormously esteemed guest. If my hello were any more earnest, this loudspeaker would explode.
It could be.
What authorized floor
Could be
can
keys.
I bring you to?
go to the penthouse suite first so we can get with the orchard. I want to talk to... God, her co-star that she didn't like. I want to talk to the Prophet of Profitability as well.
The finest seat in the house.
If it's brown, drink it down. Hey, Parvati. Oh, everybody's here. Hey, yeah, y'all getting comfortable on my dime? Well, we're getting paid.
There is such a thing as too clean. We ought to break open a few bottles and have some fun. Make a mess. Live a little.
No, then the staff will have to clean it. Nyoka, don't be a bad guest. It feels too obvious. Like, it feels like a setup for Birdie, and I don't think that's the case. Especially now that we have 3 suspects. Profitability, Jasmine, Leyva.
Did you know the smoke from high society cigarettes is 10.07% more likely to leave odor and discoloration in fabrics than other leading brands.
Is that a good thing? Well, it's good for you. Hey, Ellie.
I call the big bed. Anyone wants to challenge me, we can play a hand of cards.
Do you want to share the big bed, or no? It's okay.
Do you think it's strange that I kind of miss Ada?
I kind of miss her too. Hey, Felix, what are you looking at?
This room ain't so bad. I could get used to this.
Well, don't. This board is filled with a loose collection of photographs. Blank notebook. I intended to write something, but never got started. Interesting. Yeah, you know what like a mystery game needs is like a notepad. Wait, what is this? Oh, interactable highlight range is increased. Actually, I probably should wear this. Because it might help with the scanner. I hadn't thought of that for Sam. But yeah, I guess he just has like a lot of details that he wants to just talk about because he suddenly finds them interesting. Like, I guess because he's looking at the cigarettes there, right? So he's probably would think of like a fact about them. That's interesting. I didn't thought of that at all. Hey, you looking out the window? Can you get a good view through that?
The opulence of this place is stifling.
Okay, what's in here?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
What?
The imprint left inside this suitcase matches the silhouette of Halcyon Helen's iconic handgun, the Needler. The weapon was recently removed.
Wait, I don't know Helen's cause of death. Oh, I'm a bad detective.
Helen, where did we go wrong? Oh, Lo, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for... Helen, I love you. I love you so much.
You know what? I get it, man. Personal terminal. R. Bellamy? Bellamy? Do I know that name? Why is it familiar? Oh, I wish I could hack more. And it was removed at the scene. Yeah. Was the thing we were seeing, was that the actual murder? Or was that a part of an episode? I was starting to think it was part of an episode because of how it was in the news thing, but maybe it was... Maybe. From... Oh, is Ruth Bellamy her real name? Because Halcyon Helen's the character, obviously. This is the same tree of privilege. Okay, so Prophet of Profitability, whose name was Jasmine, as I recall, sent an angry letter to Helen about how Helen disparaged her seminars. And then this is from Kincannon. What is this? This is from Kincannon. You're a talented actor. I've enjoyed all your roles across the years. Ludovico doesn't appreciate the serials. Maybe that's why he never knows when he's being played. He still thinks you're here to endorse Spectrum Brown. Your performance has him fooled. I have a feeling I know what you're up to. It's always a little disappointing when the audience is a few steps ahead of the plot. What do you mean, Cedric? What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, they increased the guards and charged the guests for it. Fair enough. And this is just the bathroom. You hear that sound? Does that mean there's something nearby? But I already inspected this, right? Actually... Nothing in here, okay. Oh, yeah, no worries.
Inspector, I understand you've visited the scene of the crime.
I did.
Halcyon Helen was an important cultural icon. She will be sorely missed.
You mean Ruth Bellamy?
Halcyon Helen was more than a character. She was a brand. Her death will now be associated with Rizzo's Spectrum Brown. You understand why that worries me.
Okay.
I wish I had your blithe sense of optimism. Helen's death means delays. Delays mean expenses. Expenses mean audits. Audits mean people like me lose our jobs. Back to the matter at hand. Tell me about your investigation.
There's something at the orchard. I've got a lead. I can't tell you why, but I need access to the orchards. Yeah, let's keep Lou in the dark. Because I don't like him, not because I think he's a suspect.
Your discretion is appreciated. I admit, I'm beginning to feel more confident in this arrangement. Here, I'm granting you access through the gates to the orchard. You're officially authorized to see this investigation through to the end. There is one caveat. Cedric's being rather intransigent about letting you into the spaceport. Possibly he's trying to hide something. Possibly he wants to annoy me. Possibly both.
I do want to talk to Cedric about that message he sent to Ruth, because he knows something about her that she's hiding, and I want to know what it is.
I agree with the sentiment behind your snide remark. Unfortunately, the Piraeus spaceport is Cedric's purview, not mine. You have a lead to chase. Law speed, Inspector.
I'll be back. So, okay, I actually want to check something real quick. Yeah, didn't know he was being placed on. Yeah. Oh, you mean if Lou was being played, then he might be up to something as well. Yeah. Like, the implication... Okay. The implication I got from Cedric's message was Lou thinks you're just here to endorse the Spectrum Brown, and he doesn't know when he's being played. Your performance has him fooled. I think, ironically, Lou is the most innocent person here. But Cedric knows something. I did want to check, so... You'll notice it's playing this sound when I get close to here, where there was a clue before. I don't know if I'm missing something, or if it just plays that wherever clues were. So I want to real quick go back to the crime scene.
Hi there, Inspector. It might be a little beyond my job description to ask, but at my heart, I'm still a bellhop. Was the suite to your liking?
It was great.
Good.
You seem earnest.
Now,
I don't want to be mean.
I'd love to bring you to a floor of your choosing.
The lobby.
To the lobby we go.
Oh, and now I can change my crew from here. Interesting. I'll bring Elly. I like how much Elly hates places like this, to be honest. Okay, I want to go back to the crime scene because I want to see if the sound still plays, because that means that it just plays whenever you're near where a clue was. Which means I'm not missing something in the hotel room. And then I know more about how the machine works. Nope, now it's not playing anything. Which means I am missing something in the hotel room.
What floor would you... Next stop.
Okay. So I'll look there again, and then I'll go check out the guests, because the guests is where the prophet of probability is going to be, and her other co-star who didn't like her. Oh, now it's not... It's not doing anything now that I reloaded the area. Okay.
What floor would you like to visit?
So it is supposed to stop playing the sound, it was just a bit wonky.
Oh, so sorry, but you're not actually authorized to visit that floor. What authorized floor can I bring you to?
Can I talk to Lou, please?
Inspector?
Oh. Okay, fine. I guess I can't talk to the guests yet, so let's go to the orchard.
What floor would you like to visit?
Woolwich. Okay. Yeah, it was woo something. I just could not put it together. I was thinking like Woodrow or something, but yeah, Woolwich. Okay, how do I get to the orchard? Okay. I guess we're walking. Where's the spaceport as well? I think Cedric's going to be at the spaceport, probably. Which one of these looks like a spaceport? Oh, actually, is there like a map or something around here with directions? Oh. Maybe it's the thing that says spaceport. Yeah, I got some questions for Cedric.
I'm pretty happy working for Slug. Mr. Kincannon treats us with respect.
Inspector, you're early. Awfully sorry about this, but I'm afraid I can't let you into the spaceport at the moment.
Oh, yeah. That's probably a good way to remember.
Goods, and I can't risk an inspector as an eyewitness. You'll have to come back later.
You're doing what now? Shipping out some contraband goods and can't risk an inspector. But now I know you're shipping contraband goods.
But you have no proof. All you know is I claim Slug is involved in contraband. And I certainly wouldn't trust my word, would you?
Not at the moment. How long is this going to take?
You might inspect Purpleberry Orchards while Slug finishes up. We should have the spaceport ready for you by the time you're done. Back again, Inspector. Still early, I'm afraid. Did you look around Purpleberry Orchards? Perhaps I was unclear before. I'd strongly suggest they're worth your time.
What do you know about it?
Only that I'm no inspector, and as such would hate to bias your investigation with my amateur thoughts.
Ooh, you are being incredibly suspicious. I don't like when suspects are suspicious.
Oh, this smells worse than rancid salt tuna. Oh, well, I think it's coming from the pool.
Hello. Parvati, step in.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Analysis reveals the chemical signature of this compound is 80% semblant of fertilizer used in the purpleberry orchards. The other 20% is semblant of pool water.
Arian was here. Yeah, I remember Arian. I have his pistol still. Did Arian mess with the pool water? Someone pumps the plant fertilizer into the pool water. You know anything about this?
Oh, you're that inspector. Right. Sorry, but the pool's currently closed on account of it stinking worse than my boss. Of course, I guess it don't much
What'd you get to
matter,
eat?
seeing as how you already went and stood in the water, pointing a fancy contraption around. I guess it's no business of mine, but is investigating a pool part of your job?
Investigating everywhere is my job. There could be evidence in that pool.
Gee, I hadn't thought of that. You're pretty sharp. As you might guess, the pool's closed to the public for the moment. Some of the guests ain't taking kindly to it, but it's better than giving folks diseases.
What happened to the pool? Why is there fertilizer?
Hell no, it ain't normal. Almighty, that's a screw-up like none I've ever seen. Almost seems foolish enough it must have been done on purpose. Can't do much now but wait for the stench to wear off. We found the individual hired to clean face down in a puddle of his own spit in the orchards. Guess he won't be helping.
Nope. Face down in his own... Is he dead?
Look, I call it how I see it. They found the poor slackwit alongside syringes enough to put down a herd of mantisaurs.
Ooh, nice.
His family will have to be fine. Rizzo should have been more careful.
Oh, I'm
about
craving
who they
nuggets
hired.
now.
They're lucky nothing got permanently damaged.
Yeah, this all seems weird.
All right. You may want to visit the sun parlor. That's where that Rizzo's fool mixed the chemicals he used. Oh, and you can talk to Lily, my boss. She probably has some great advice. I saw her walk toward the bridge to the Purpleberry Orchards earlier. Reckon she's still there. Now, anything else I can do for you?
Nope, that's some good advice. Going too sorry.
All sounds right by me. It'll be nice to actually have guests to guard. Sinuses that work. Sorry, did you say something? I couldn't hear over the smell. Sound. What'd you say?
I'll be on my way. Yeah. I don't know if it's relevant, but it is weird. Which probably makes it relevant.
Wonder who gets it if you hit it over the edge.
I hope the murderer is caught soon. This lockdown is truly hampering my schedule for the week.
Agreed. I was supposed to go back to Byzantium today to play cards with the vice CEO of Hammersmith. Now, what about you?
Oh, I was too. But it wasn't the vice CEO, it was the president of the company.
Really? What's her name?
If you don't know, then maybe you should try to be a little more cultured.
Jeez.
No one's supposed to be coming or going. And when I can't get a hold of anyone in the orchards, I can't make sure of that, can I?
No, Miss Fergus. Sorry, I'll work on getting a hold of someone.
Great, you do that. I'll be waiting right here. Swear to the architect,
Whoa, hello.
if you've lost your rifle's ionization coil again. Oh, wait, you ain't part of my crew. What do you want?
Who's Matthias?
An idiot. I suspect he's avoiding me, actually, which is the first smart thing he's done all month. Sorry, but do you need something? Between the landing pad, lockdowns, gate closures, and constant questions from angry guests, I've got a lot on my plate. And if that don't beat all, one of my crew is AWOL.
Missing person? Could be relevant?
If you're serious, I'd appreciate the help. He's been missing a few days.
A few days?
We're low on
Okay.
staff as it is.
Why'd you wait until now?
It's not exactly uncommon for slug agents to go on the odd bender. They'll pick a place they think I don't know about and hunker down. Usually I don't bother with the discipline and paperwork. Gotta pick your battles. Thing is, they usually resurface within 24 hours, or at least yell for medical help. This guy, not a peep.
That is weird. Look into
The
it.
missing crew member's Evan O'Connell. He's one of about 2 slug agents I can trust with more complex tasks than stand here and look tough. Friendly type. Well-behaved, followed orders. Anyone else, I'd think they got drunk and fell asleep in a ditch somewhere, but O'Connell's not really the type. He was last stationed at the Wilderness checkpoint. I'd search there first.
Okay. Actually, before I go, what can you tell me about the pool?
Inspector, you find my missing man? Oh, thank the law you're here about the pool. That crucial thing that isn't my job to fix, and that, as such, I don't care about.
Okay.
If you want advice, here it is. Don't talk to that imbecile ever again. Even by my crew's standards, he's duller than a telescoping staff. I put him on pool duty to keep him away from me, and now he's up my ass more than ever. How hard could it possibly be to guard a void-damn pool?
You in charge of security?
Nah, I only manage operations around the hotel. Cedric does most of the maneuvering for Eridanos proper.
Of course he does.
I don't envy him. The only thing worse than babysitting a couple of hot-headed, overgrown children would be babysitting the entire lot of them.
You seem
You mean I can hold a rifle and walk without falling down? Yeah, I'm different from most Slug employees in that way. And only in that way. Anyone who says otherwise should be reported to me personally.
What does that mean?
I feel like our relationship would be more copacetic if you dropped this line of questioning.
Okie doke. By which I mean... What's the nicest one of these? Probably this one.
Oh, good. And here I was thinking that today was going along too smoothly. I might have used to work for Auntie Cleo. Might have been security manager of a small pharmaceutical lab. After workplace spat number 175, I decided to defect. Defection isn't taken lightly. Can't go back, so now I'm Slug for life.
That's all? That's fine.
We talked about this, remember? Defected to Slug. I get too uppity, I might end up unemployed permanently.
Okay. That's fair. Okay, okay. Well, yeah, I guess I get, like, you don't like your job, and you don't really have a way out of it, but I don't know. Well, yeah, you don't know me, so you don't know that I don't care about that sort of thing. Okay, no mysteries around here. I gotta walk all this way? Someone carry me. Elly, carry me. Alright, fine. I did it.
I'll keep it down.
The heck are you doing out here, big guy?
Here we go. We're pretty good at this.
Okay, seems you've got a bit of a wild animal problem. Now I actually do have to remember how to play this game.
We're in my sights.
It's just a handful of canids, so it's not too bad. I wish I could roll like in Skyrim.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
One sec.
Mess him up. You hiding? You scared?
What? How? How do you have marauders here?
Here we go. Anyone else?
Good job.
The garb on this security guard identifies him as a member of the Rizzo's Corporation. His rank would have been that of Jawbreaker or higher. This security guard has experienced premature expiration. Evidence strongly suggests a conflict with marauders.
How is there marauders here?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Oh, cool. Okay, that's good. I didn't want you to be uncomfortable while you were watching. It's picking up something. You can see its ears are perking up.
Hey, Crew C. It's Amelia. Evan must have gotten into the Spectrum in these crates. Listen to this.
Come out! Come out to play!
Whoa! He's having a grand old time. I'm gonna take him to A2 under the hotel so he can sleep it off. I'll meet you back at the orchard straight after. See you soon. Evan, come on, you flackwit.
Okay, so he's in a room under the hotel. What am I supposed to be detecting here? If I move this way, it disappears. Can I get up here? Yeah, I can imagine that would be
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
terrible with... Oh! Especially with no AC.
Timeline discrepancy. This guard also expired prematurely, following a violent encounter with marauders.
At least he gave his life for a worthy cause.
Is that what this is picking up? No, there's something specifically over here that I can't find. It disappears when I crouch, so it's got to be above me or something. Yeah.
Timeline discrepancy. This card also expired prematurely following a violent encounter with marauders.
At least he died giving me ammo. Okay. So I think I'll just walk around with this thing out then. Yeah. That makes sense. Hello.
Maybe I could hold up my end if your people weren't sabotaging my operations.
Something up?
And if sabotaging the orchards weren't enough, you had to make it personal. You really had to bust my instant coffee maker too? The nerve.
Hold that asinine thought. Who was this armed stranger who just wandered into your office? Back up for a fight you can't finish?
What the hell are you talking about? I don't know this lass. I think it's mightily more likely that she's under your payroll. You'd have burned down what you haven't already.
Easy, fellas. I'm what y'all might call a sheriff, or investigator, or paid mercenary.
I see. Just a visitor then. Congratulations, Hathaway. Not everyone's abandoned your orchards.
Well, shame that you're trying to change that. Anyway, sorry for the heated reception, stranger. There's just been some trouble here of late. Name's Overseeing Orchardist Hathaway, and I'm in charge of these orchards. Though it seems like certain groups, which will remain unnamed, are trying to change that. Looks like I'm stuck playing the part of customer service rep. Guess it's different from the usual, at least. Something I can do for you?
Yeah, I got some investigating to do. What's this about sabotage?
Yeah. Just another woe to add to the pile. In the past, the orchard subcontracted security work from Slug. You know, keep the malcontents on staff.
Oh yes, a moiter.
Much trouble.
A moiter most
But
foul.
between the Spectrum Brown unveiling demanding all of our resources and the recent uptick in worker accidents, we just ain't got the budget for security. And, of course, Slug has decided that instead of being reasonable, they're just gonna sabotage our operations until we start paying them again.
Look at the poor Rizzo's manager, lying about Sublight to make himself feel better. Shame he skipped where Rizzo's were short on our payments months before the new unveiling.
Oh, really?
At the end of the day, it's obvious that Slug is sabotaging us. I ain't paying until they come clean.
I wonder if... No, Cedric's suspicious, but I don't think he's involved in this. But yes, there was a murder of a famous actress right before she was meant to be part of a promo for a new space drink. So we're trying to figure out who did it. There's her ex-boyfriend, disgruntled actors, some people she's disparaged in the press recently, and some suspicious messages. It's probably the Marauders. It's probably the Marauders. Yeah, I'm a bit suspicious of Slug now, just because I'm always suspicious of Sublight. But I don't think they would kill Ruth. I don't know. I'll find out. I can figure out what happened.
Thank the law. Some good news. You hear that, lapdog? Truth's coming. Better fess up while you still can outside of an interrogation room.
While I'm sure you'd love to have a scapegoat on whom you can pin your own incompetence, I suspect you'll be disappointed. But what do I know? I suppose it's up to your new hiree.
Okay.
You're back.
Could be.
Glad Slug hasn't managed to scare you off.
I think it's more of a wonder that nothing in these law-forsaken orchards has managed to kill them.
How's the investigation going? You got a complete report from me?
There was a bit of a red herring clue that pointed towards him because the victim drew a bee on the ground in the drink she was supposed to promote, and the guy's name is Birdie, but I feel like that's too obvious. I'm still looking.
Well, at the moment I can't do a whole lot with this fault
I mean,
over my shoulder. So I suppose you may as well take your time.
It's a fictional mystery, so it can't be the obvious answer.
Watch Keane. Here to make sure you don't try to run off without paying us.
There's something else you need to know?
Yes.
Got a lot of dead saplings that'll cost us a lot of bits. I've got a feeling someone poisoned them somehow. The mechanicals were hacked. They're pretty much running amok. If you could keep from destroying too many, I'd be obliged. Would save us a lot.
I'll see what I can do.
That said, you might want to be careful. Those things are built to take on waspitos, and waspitos are generally tougher to kill than people. Just something to keep in mind.
Waspitos? Waspitos. That's pretty fun to say.
The tower processing console is completely fried.
Yes, it is the obvious answer.
Whoever took it out must have used some kind of explosive.
So there's a bunch of sabotage around the orchards, which I feel like is a separate thing. Because we know that the victim...
Did you know a third of Halcyonites are allergic to trees? Most spend their whole lives in ships or in their town's walls.
We know that the victim came from around here. Because we found traces of the dirt from here on her shoes.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Hello.
These footprints match the shoes previously analyzed in the Grand Ballroom. There is a 110% chance with a 10% margin of error that they were left by Ruth Bellamy, the actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Interesting. The red herring is the other suspects. The space in between each step is short, and the imprint in the dirt deep, as if determined to appear that Helen was in a hurry. Going that way. The tracks hesitate, partially turning once bound as she must look behind her. She's being followed.
Anything interesting?
She was in a hurry and thought she was being followed.
That's real good work, Captain. You think the killer was chasing Miss Helen through the orchards?
But they're going into the orchards. If they were coming from the orchards to the hotel where she was actually killed, maybe. Wait. Who's this? Why is there just a dead body here? I'm gonna loot this box, but who's this? Well. You can sleep it off. Ahoy there.
Lovely weather calls for a harvest, I do believe.
Timeline discrepancy detected near. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Interesting. You there.
Well, sweet hello there, valued visitor. I am sure
Hello.
sorry to break it to you, but our orchards are closed to all officially guided tours at this precise moment in time.
I don't know what's wrong with him, but let's keep our distance.
Why, thank you. Rizzo's encourages all workers to put on a happy face when engaging with valued customers.
You got a little
Rizzo's
something on
does
your,
beseech you to please purchase one of our self-guided options if you're wishing to join one of our rejuvenative, relaxing, reformatory tours. Now with a Puzzle Hedges trademark maze hunt and special edition taste testing for an extra 35 bits a ticket.
I'm not entirely sure. This guy is trustworthy. Likes his job though. I'm on investigation.
What kind of investigation? You wouldn't happen to be from the health inspection office, would you?
Sure.
Oh, drat. This distresses me, and I do not like feeling cross. I warned the orchardist this could happen when we halted our monthly bribe to Slug. They were always a reliable go-between, regarding inspections before now. So, what might you be looking to find out, Ms. Inspector?
Dude, what's on your neck? Okay, no, I should probably focus on. Let's see if I can press on this a bit more.
Did he now? Well, that sounds about right. He has been mightily outspoken in his disdain for Slug in recent months.
Oh, he learned as much.
The overseeing orchardist had the last groundskeeper deliver a contract termination in the place of our regular payment. Rizzo's decided we don't need their services anymore. See, with our new morale-boosting medical treatments, our employees are much more productive. No need for unsightly intimidation tactics.
Is that what you call it? What is this medical treatment?
Sorry, I'm not at liberty to say. Trade secrets and all that. You understand, I'm sure.
Of course. Alright, I'm trying to find Halcyon Helen's footprints.
Well, you are in luck. She passed right by here the other day. I thought she'd hired a private tour at first, but it was Dr. Blossom who was showing her the way to the RR and DD labs. Can't imagine why she'd need to meet with our head researcher on the Spectrum product line outside of her lab hours. Unless, of course, it had to do with the new product unveiling. That's right. She sure made for some lovely adverts. Maybe it might have involved an issue with the launch batch then?
That Slug is up to something.
I can't rightly say. All I know is one of our certified tour guides could have given her a much more comprehensive tour of the grounds were that her interest.
Seen any murder weapons lying around?
Can't say that I have. We use bad batches of liquor for our pesticides. Only the exterminator mechanicals are armed around here. And I haven't seen any bloody objects aside from the usual pair of gardening shears. Unless, that is, Miss Helen was also stung to death by pollinization waspitos. She wasn't, was
This poor guy.
That would be a mighty wretched way to go.
I mean, either way, something terrible has happened here.
Pollinization by killer waspitos, indeedy. It's cutting-edge Rizzo's technology. But don't you worry, valued visitor. Our pollinization cycles only run when the orchards are empty, for safety reasons. When a pollinization cycle finishes or is aborted, all waspitos are biologically programmed to return to the hive, their holding pen. Of course, the very last thing Rizzo's would want is a beloved tourist bumbling into the hive and triggering an unscheduled cycle.
Of course.
So you'd best steer clear of it for safety. You'll know the hive by its big, glimmering electric fencing.
Okay, and you're just the groundskeeper.
Yes, indeedy. I've got the wondrous honor of having just been promoted to third keeper of the grounds after the last one disappeared on the job. Gosh, I guess about a week ago now. Before my morning clock-in last Sunday, I was but a lowly nanner peeler picker on the line shift. Now I'm responsible for growing every twig and berry on this vast swath of fertile land.
So, the groundskeeper went missing, and one of the Slug guys went missing. But and we heard the recording of the Slug guy, and he sounded like weirdly excited and chipper. I wonder if he got one of these things on his neck too. Yeah, what happened to the last groundskeeper?
Heaven sweet, no. It's not like he was murdered. He simply disappeared without a trace and hasn't been heard from since. And the groundkeeper before that one? Well, she wasn't missing at all. Her body was found near hive control, covered head to toe with
murdered by Slug.
welts. No mystery, and certainly no murder with what happened there. I mean, you can't exactly hold some waspitos on trial. Accidents do happen on the job.
Yeah, we're not glossing over this. What happened to him?
Can't speak for others, but I most assuredly don't. I reckon you could talk to my supervisor, the overseeing orchardist. He would know more. I used to ask questions, but gee, I just don't feel the urge to anymore.
Okay, that's enough of that.
Of course.
You seem excessively happy.
Why, you say that as if it's a bad thing. I am quite overcome with happiness, indeed. You won't find a Rizzo's worker in all of Eridanos who isn't 100% thrilled in their day-to-day existence. It's part of our brand manifesto.
What do you mean?
Happy workers lead to happy customers. Happy customers are repeat customers. And repeat customers make the charts look better on our weekly
Oh
broadcast.
yeah, he has not blinked. I didn't even notice. I was looking at his mouth.
At all times to smile, smile, smile.
Ooh, boy.
And you know what never fails to bring a smile to my face? The breathtaking tours we offer throughout the orchards. Seasonally available for purchase in the Nut Hut.
Okay.
I can't stop you from poking around, but do be mindful of our pollinization hive. Mosquitoes tend towards aggressive at the best of times. There's a reason why we keep him behind an electric fence, you know.
I legit didn't notice his eyes. I was just looking at his mouth this whole time. Okay, I'm gonna ask the orchardist about the last groundskeeper. So there's the company that was doing security, Sublight Underground Slug. For some reason, they made that acronym, and one of their guys disappeared, and now one of the groundskeepers from this company that's actually producing the stuff disappeared. And I don't know. There's a lot of clues that are piling up.
You're back, I see. Glad Slug hasn't managed to scare you off.
I think it's more of a wonder that nothing in these law-forsaken orchards has managed to...
Okay.
How's the investigation?
Can I not ask about...
Yeah, there's something. Got a lot of dead...
This is all the stuff I've asked before.
The top...
Okay. Do you know anything?
I'm sorry you had to come in on such a brusque conversation. Not everyone appreciates the work Slug does on Eridanos.
Especially not folk that Slug is trying to extort.
You want to see some real slugs.
It seems I need to say it yet again. We're not stomping upon your purple berries or knocking your workers off the planetoid. All we want is for you to pay your dues.
And I want you to stop setting our exterminator mechanicals loose and breaking our machinery.
This is how the conversation has gone for the last hour and a half. As you can see, it hasn't been terribly productive.
Did you see Halcyon, Helen?
Nope. Sorry, but this is the first I've visited this area in over a month. Shame about Helen. Liked her movies.
I could never get past her hair. No one having that many gunfights could have hair that perfect.
Celebs as big as Helen always seem to elicit strong binary opinions in people. But that's neither here nor there. What can Slug do for you?
What's your problem with this guy?
Well, he's being difficult, as you've no doubt seen. All I'm here to do is enforce an agreed-upon business relationship. But our friend here is disinclined to settle.
Don't tell me to settle. Why don't you settle?
Yes, I'll be sure to do that. I know what you must be thinking, but no, I'm not here to atomize his kneecaps.
That would be...
want Slug to get what we're owed.
That was my assumption. Last I worked with these guys, I mean, that would be my assumption. Yeah, Ellie's seen her room. Come on, Elly. Is this an official arrangement?
Much as we love giving the bureaucrats 29% of our profits, technically not. Official contracts have some rather obscene fees and documentation. Instead, our company's opted for a non-official manager's agreement. I'm just here to make certain our friend over there pays on time.
Any truth?
If I hear that question one more time, I swear. Look, we just want to get paid. Hampering our clients' productivity is not a good way to get paid. In fact, it's bad business.
That makes sense. Maybe I could pay what he owes? No, I'm not going to do that.
Yes. I think we've spoken enough about that imbecile.
Tell me more about you.
You're welcome to. I don't have any secrets.
Can you tell me about these ones?
Nothing that you couldn't observe yourself. I try not to spend much time here. hate the outdoors. If you haven't already noticed, these orchards are more of a wreck than even some of the cities on Monarch. Mismanagement, I suspect.
Okay. What was the other thing I could
welcome
ask?
to.
Do you do anything other than make sure Slug is not doing?
Certainly. When I'm not out on a job, they usually stick me in the Slug mess hall. I may be a service collector, but that doesn't mean I can't make a damn fine tripicale pie.
Tripicale pie. Hey everyone, I'm Clyde, and I make tripicale pie. Sometimes I go bust someone's kneecaps for not paying on time. But when I'm at home in the mess hall... okay. Sure to love me some tripicale pie. Alright, let's see. So, we know Halcyon Helen, aka Ruth, was speaking to
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
the head of R&D, so let's see if we can't find that.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
But you guys, he loves cooking. Helen went this way.
Timeline. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Something's bumming me out.
Shot, asshole.
Whoa!
Just wanted to make you smile.
What the hell is happening to these guys? Oh my god. Okay, the heck with this. What the hell was that? They're like... oh my god, they have more of these slug things on them. Is that what that other body was? I'm gonna loot some of your stuff. Yeah, they're like covered in these slug things. Oh, their eyes still don't close.
Got it. Heads down.
Okay, ladies, let's get information. Maybe. I'm starting to suspect that Ruth knew something about the new drink that was being made. And it had to do with these guys.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Oh, what the heck is that? Oh. Yeah, I'll leave you alone. This is one of the sublight security guys.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress.
Please visit the Purpleberry Nut Hut to purchase an audio tour today.
Oi.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector.
I hear there's mysteries.
Hey, what are you doing in here? Are you authorized to be in the conservatory?
I am
Are you trying
now.
to give me a heart attack?
Not yet.
Are you my ex-wife?
Not yet.
No, she fell off the side of Eridanos under mysterious circumstances 6 years ago, conveniently rendering our marriage contract null. You must be the new groundskeeper? That can't be it either, seeing how the new one hasn't died yet.
Yet?
Just who are you?
Who are you? I've returned from the grave to exact my revenge. No, I'm a detective. I'm here to detect.
An inspector? Well, I don't think you'll find any evidence here. You're welcome to ask what
Yeah, I think...
Seeing how I figure you would anyway. Bleeding hell. Standing up like this makes a body forget how stiff it gets, bent over plants all day. Oh, seems I'm not as young as I feel.
I'm starting to suspect that Rizzo's was gonna put some of those slug things in their new drink, and Helen found out. That's kind of where my brain is going right now, but I don't have any evidence to support that just yet. Did Halcyon Helen come through here?
Indeed. Tromped in and out of the conservatory with no heed for anyone else. Good thing none of my charges were damaged. Starlet or not, I would have had a harsh word for her. I heard she pushed her way into a tour of the RR&DD labs not soon after. She's just a serial actress. Yet she acts like she's deserved of the same access as a co-CEO. Well, she's not going anywhere ever again. Which is a shame, of course. Taken too soon and all.
I'm sure.
I sit inside and I look at plants. The goal is usually to make Rizzo's fruit products hardier and sweeter, but for every success, there are a couple of hundred failures. Example, tried breeding native Tripicale with a foreign strain. Would have called it Hextacale. In the end, it bred so fast, workers were swallowed up before they could harvest it. That one, I think, can be attributed to the waspitos. Some lament their irritability, but their productivity is unmatched. What's a few dead workers in the architect's designs?
I'm sure. There's angry flying
You
button.
say angry. I say efficient. Not only can our waspitos defend themselves, but Rizzo's investments as well. They come through the orchards only during pollination cycles, as dictated by our hive control operators, which means that visitors usually aren't on the receiving ends of their stingers.
Usually. But if something goes wrong, they get out.
Well, yes, if there's an equipment malfunction, the pollination cycle will have to be manually shut down, which means traveling to hive control while the waspitos swarm.
I feel like we're gonna have to be dealing with some waspitos in the future.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Oh, there's a bunch of stuff over here, too. Let's see if we can keep following these footprints, though. At least for now.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
There's all sorts of oversights in these companies. I bet someone somewhere thought that it would be cheaper not to have another off switch or something.
Discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
What are you doing in here? Parts of this note are illegible due to dirt and crushed purple-berry smudges. The writing you can make out is as follows. Helen, I know I told you I'd stumbled onto the scoop of a lifetime, but neither of us could have guessed how deep this would go. Now some slug from the docks is looking for me, asking a lot of questions. It's time to get out. Do you hear me? Don't waste time packing. Just go soon as you read this. You'll know where to find me tonight, 10 p.m. in the Grand Ballroom. If I don't show, take the next ship out of here and don't look back. Signed by B? So there was some conspiracy. Helen helped stumble upon it, maybe. She was meeting someone at the ballroom. Someone who went by B, which is what she was writing on the floor. Oh, what does it all mean, I wonder? Oof. So B isn't a suspect, but could be related somehow? So she's been all over the place, because she wasn't just following the path. Then there's one of their robots, which have been malfunctioning.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Oh god, what the hell is that? Okay, I think Rizzo's stumbled upon something on Eridanos. But a warning for whoever B is? Maybe. Okay, I'm gonna... Is this guy hostile? It doesn't look like it. These are. I'm gonna take this thing down. Oh, there's a lot more of you than I thought there were. Jeez. I feel like I've walked a bit too far for how much I have actually investigated. Oh, yeah, those knife guys were freaky. I thought some of the marauders were fast, but those guys are like, hello, I'm right next to you now.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
This is where their auto mechanicals go. Can I fix them? Hacking, 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 hacks. User logs. Last user, Anna Summers, intern. Oh. So, one of the interns came by. It looks like they were trying to change the machine so they would target the sprats, the space rats that were around here, but they spelt it wrong. And then they wanted to target the primals, but they also spelt that wrong. And then, so they left the priority target blank, and apparently that means it'll auto-default to all. So if you don't give it a priority target, it just targets everything. Let's see, personal files. So this is Keeper 01. always dreamed of living on Eridanos. This way. So this was the first one who was killed by the Waspitos. They were saying how they prefer to work here because the whole thing's automated. But they only have to go to the hive every so often, and I guess something went wrong there. This is the second one, the second keeper, the one that went missing. Oh. So after the first groundskeeper died, company policy says, due to our marriage contract, I've got to take her position now. Something about discouraging workers from dying on the job. Gotta love those marriage contracts. Seen a lot of people go into the hedges, but not a lot of people come out. So the second groundskeeper, the one that went missing, they had a conversation with one of the sublight guys, with one of the slug guys, and tried to scare him off. Maybe they were involved. Okay. Can I see quest stuff? Yeah. You know what, I guess because it's not giving me a specific quest marker right now for, you guys aren't hostile anymore, right? Okay. Good for you, good for you. It's not giving me a specific quest marker for the murder mystery, so I'll just mark this thing, because that's around where I am right now. Maybe I can take care of some of it. Time to detect.
Timeline discrepancy detected. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
You see those big guys over there? Yeah, let's take care of them before they become a problem. Let's see what we got here. What the heck is this? It's just a big old thing. Oh boy. Okay. I thought I was stealthier than that, I'm gonna be honest. Ah! Okay. These guys hit a lot harder than I thought they would. Shoot, I forget what these guys are weak to. Uh-oh. I feel like the enemies are... Maybe it's just been a while since I've played this game. These enemies are super fast. This shoots? Why? I mean, I appreciate it.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline is... Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Congratulations, Inspector.
Timeline discrepancy detected near...
Shaft of a tossball stick? Bent and cracked, exceeding tossball regulation requirements.
Bits of wicker detected, embedded within the chunks of dark matter. Wicker is not a known ingredient of the dark matter product.
Oh, dark matter chocolate. Okay. The end is matted with dark matter chocolate? Bits of wicker. Someone used a tossball stick to smash a picnic basket. Was this Birdie? Was he planning to meet Helen out here?
The only members of a tossball team strong enough to crack a stick in two are the dedicated hackers, like Black Hole Birdie. Whatever Ms. Ruth Bellamy must have relayed to the tossball hacker during their picnic together instigated a furious increase in his usual strength threshold by 52%.
Something went wrong here. I really hope it wasn't the food.
Ooh, RR&DD Labs. Rizzo's Research and Development District Labs. Okay, that's what that is. I was wondering. If you were reading this morning, sure. So she had a meeting with Birdie, said something to him, and he got angry. Maybe it was the Slugs, but he wouldn't be angry if it was the Slugs. He'd be aggressively the opposite.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Analysis. This discarded canister is typical of the R-mounted storage tanks on the orchard's agricultural mechanicals. However, it is not currently attached to a mechanical. This canister contains a high amount of vinegar in addition to water. Warning. Use of vinegar, a known herbicide, on purpleberry saplings is a violation of Rizzo's agricultural standards.
Where are these usually kept?
These canisters can typically be found in the nursery storage building in the purpleberry orchards, except for this one, which can be found here.
But what could she have said to him that would have made him angry? Well, I mean, there's a lot of things she could have said. What's something relevant she could have said to him?
Chemical makeup of substance, 50% water, 50% vinegar. Trace amounts of woolly cow feces also detected.
So someone was mixing herbicide in with the water? I feel like we're for sure tracking several mysteries at once here. Oh, you know what? What's my weapon condition? Okay, that's my problem.
We didn't even get our hands dirty.
This reeks of unhappiness, baby.
Their mistake.
Whoa. Oh god. They like explode. Ew. True. Maybe it was during this meeting. It does make Birdie look more suspicious. From what I've heard about him, At least that's what everyone said about him, so it doesn't necessarily mean that it's true. But he wouldn't necessarily be clever enough to be the one who left that letter previously.
Oh, hey. Are those wasp keto hives? Don't worry, I'll keep my distance.
Please do.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
There's something on the other side of this door. I'd sure like to see it.
Ready for the head on. I just wanted to make you smile.
Giving me the chuckles, you won't let me scare my feel good, feel fun. Can't get away from me. No, sir, no.
My kind of act. How about that?
Okay, you don't have anything I want. There's something in here, but it's sealed and I don't know how to get it open. Is there a terminal around here I can hack? Nope. What's this?
Please visit the Purpleberry Nut Hut to purchase an audio tour today.
Probably should have done that. Oh, there's definitely something up there.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. This console is 95% non-functional. Remaining 5% functionality stems from display reading, console non-functional. Cause of shortout is most likely related to purple residue splattered all across the keyboard.
Chemical analysis.
Substance contains trace amounts of purple berries, fruit flavors, and artificial sweeteners number 35, number 49, number 240, number 322, number 314, and many, many, many others.
So, is this that new drink? Okay. Just had to make sure all my weapons were reloaded. Hello. Let me quick save, because it's been a while.
Hey! Oh, wait. I'm supposed to say the slogan. Okay, you can do this, Anna.
Okay.
Here goes. It doesn't matter if you're you or me. We're all part of the Rizzo's family. How was that?
I thought that was a real good effort. Keep at it.
Sure. I'll be nice.
No jest. Well, that's a wager I sure would have lost. Guess even a busted spectrometer can be right if you hold it to the light, huh? I'm sure you've guessed it, but I'm not the best at remembering slogans. And when I can't remember them, I tend to just make them up. But I guess that's why I'm just an intern and not a full-timer. At least, not yet.
I mean, anywhere else, those would be admirable qualities. You haven't been causing any trouble, have you?
What? No, that's ridiculous. I can't tell you I've never made any mistakes, but it'd be pretty hard to keep my job if I were trying to break everything. Though there was the time I tried to fix a broken hinge on one of our mosquito hives and released a swarm. Chased me around the orchards 3 times before I managed to get help.
I feel like you got off easy.
Don't I know it? Worker friend of mine ran afoul of one of the swarms and had to get new kidneys. Not due to renal failure, but because the mosquitoes kept stinging his kidneys.
Oh, jeez.
Don't worry, though. Mosquitoes are typically only about when living folks aren't in the orchards.
People keep saying that, and I feel like it's not gonna... something's gonna happen.
I am contractually obligated to tell you that mosquitoes never get out during visiting hours.
Mm-hmm.
But when they do, the only way to get them to return is to go directly to hive control and activate emergency recall. Which isn't easy, considering all the hives near control. But this is all a departure from what I wanted to say. I've been trying to help the orchards, not harm them. Hold a moment. You haven't found anything, have you?
Found a strange substance on the console.
Well, maybe. I might have had a supersized cup of mixed purpleberry punch and lemon slab that I might have knocked over when I was running routine diagnostics. Look, I know what you're thinking, but I have the proper permit to mix those drinks. I just left it in my other work uniform.
You need a permit to mix drinks?
I believe her, but she's really trying her best.
Hey, we have a lot of uniforms. It's hard keeping track of all your belongings.
Yeah, did you do that before or after you removed the...
How did you notice? The diagnostic normally takes hours, and that's only if humidity's low. I wanted to take the initiative to try and make it faster.
Okay, I found a mix of fertilizer and weed killer.
Why should weed killer affect saplings? Weed killer. It's in the
Oh
name.
no, did
It
you...
should kill only weeds. That really seems like it's more on product design than on me.
It's vinegar. And the broken automechs, which I already know was an intern's fault.
Well, yes. The orchards are becoming overrun with pests. Usually we give workers handguns and tell them to go to town, which results in many injured workers and a few dead sprats. Our exterminator automechs only kill mosquitoes, and even then, only if an exec somehow ended up in the orchards during a pollinization cycle. So I decided to do some reprogramming. The reprogramming was easy until I locked myself out of the terminal. Then, when I was running away from the bots, I dropped the terminal access card somewhere in the orchards. Believe me, I know that now. Guess I did sort of mess that one up. Law's alive. I really did think I was doing good by the orchards, but with all that you've told me, it sounds like I've done much more harm.
Yeah?
I know it's a lot to ask, but is there a chance you could vouch for me to my boss? It might not seem like it, but I've been trying to take the initiative. I really do want to help.
I mean, whatever. You're only hurting a massive corporation that I don't like, so... I still remember that person who was living under the bridge way back on Monarch. I don't care what happens to Rizzo's.
Wow. Thank you so much. You do this for me, and I'll make sure to do whatever I can to make things better.
Oh, you do that.
Proud of you, Captain.
Don't compliment me too much, Parvati. I literally just want her here to burn things down. Although, on the other hand, continue to compliment me, Parvati.
Got it. Inside voices.
How do they see me right away?
I'm warmed up now.
Okay. I swear this silenced weapon isn't silent at all. And yes, Parvati is super sweet. Have I done a loop at this point? Am I back where I started? Just about. Okay, I gotta get rid of these guys, otherwise they're gonna get in the way.
Here they come.
Good job, Parvati.
Let's show him.
These guys aren't as bad as the other ones, I don't think. Alright. Nicely done. Worker break shack. Anything around here? That's fine. Oh, don't want to fall off there. Ahoy.
Happy customers are repeat customers.
Yep. Nothing suspicious about a bunch of candies in a pan. Oh, the Halcyon Helen story? Having fought her way past the numerous bandit ambushes and hostile automechanicals, Halcyon Helen and Olympius Opal had found themselves at the gate of the dissident hideout. "You're a fine partner. Easily better than my last," said Helen. "But I dare say these fiends outrank your typical anti-establishment scum. Wow, she's a great actress to read that line with no... "Many of them were scientists before they deserted their corporations, whereupon they stole technology for their own nefarious purposes. I've seen their abominations, and they're more than a typical person can handle. You should return to your job, and to the place where you're needed." "Though I know my work was valuable," Opal said, "I'm still pleased that I was promoted to assist you in your quest to rid the galaxy of those who would threaten the colony's productivity. The two of us together will, I believe, be twice as effective in eliminating the enemies of the board." Oh man, all the cool stories are propaganda. Helen did not respond, but instead bid her companion be silent, for she had seen the gates of the dissident hideout were no longer shut. Someone or something had opened them. Okay. So, let's go talk to the guy and say that... So, he's suspected it was sublight sabotaging But it was actually just his intern being terrible at her job. Which is fine, because it harms Rizzo. So I'll see if I can keep her around. Ahoy.
You're back, I see. Glad.
I think it's more of a...
How's the invest...
I've completed my investigation.
All right. Let's hear the details.
A drink was spilled in the console.
A drink? I ain't never heard of no saboteur dumping drinks all over equipment to destroy it. I hate to say it, but that sounds more like worker carelessness.
How many times do I have to tell you this, old man? Slug isn't behind your problems. Slug wouldn't even need to cause you problems. Your own workers do enough.
Herbicide is mixed with the fertilizer.
Ha! Knew Slug was behind the damn sabotage.
Please. We're subtle, but that's too subtle. If we wanted to destroy your saplings, you'd have known them by the blackened remnants of their stems, not some half-assed poisoning.
And I took care of the automix.
Huh. You didn't destroy any of them? Reckon I would have lost that bet. Thanks.
One less expense for you to explain to your bosses, Hathaway. Lucky you.
So what were the fine details of the sabotage anyhow? Were Slug's lackeys trying to get the mechanicals to kill all our waspitos?
I mean, they were just trying to kill everything.
Of course. And what better way to do that than by targeting our pollinizers? They'd be a hell of a pain to kill manually, but if you set the mechanicals to do it...
In your delusional fantasy, the waspitos wouldn't be out until next pollinization cycle. Wouldn't someone notice the rampant mechanicals beforehand?
That seems like a question you should be asking yourself.
Actually, this might be an important thing. Can you manually initiate pollinization cycle?
Well, yes. It's possible to manually start and end cycles in Hive Control, but we keep a careful watch on it. And there have been no non-Rizzo's personnel in or out.
Stop wasting everyone's time,
Okay.
Hathaway. What you're proposing is infinitely less likely than an idiot maneuver by one of your incompetent workers. I won't hear any further slander. Let's go through this one final time so even you can't confuse it, Hathaway. Slug didn't do a damn thing to your orchards. You're chasing ghosts.
Talk about ghosts all you like, but someone was screwing with my orchards. If it wasn't Slug, then who the hell was it?
So about your intern. Should I say nothing? I can't get away with saying nothing because Anna knows it was her. No, I gotta say something. What do I care if Rizzo's and Sublight don't like each other? Whatever.
Summers? The intern? I didn't really take her for a meddlesome type. But now that I think about it, that's why she'd be a perfect saboteur.
No! Oh no.
I'll deal with her later.
The last one I wanted to get hurt was Anna.
We of the orchards have to settle things with Slug.
I probably should have said
reckon
nothing.
that you're about as impartial a third party as we're gonna get. Can you mediate?
Ah, what the hell. The orchardist seems to get off on complicating what should be a simple deal. But at this point, I just want to be paid and go. The pollen in the air is agitating.
You have allergies? I thought I just said she didn't do it on purpose. Well, okay, fine. I guess I can't do anything about that. Sure.
Never like paying bits if I ain't gotta, but you're right. If we get production finished now, we'll be able to pay later. Thoughts, Slug Boy?
I think that's the first interesting suggestion I've heard since our back and forth began. Slug can wait for an increase in costs. I hope we won't have this conversation again.
Now that that's out of the way, we can discuss the intern. If she was really causing all that trouble, I will delight in severing her from her job.
It wasn't on purpose. Send that sprat bag to the unemployment line. No. She confessed to being inept. She seemed like she wanted to help. Maybe she needs more on-the-job training, and you should be a better manager.
Even if I were inclined to believe you, that's some damn severe incompetence you're talking about. I still wouldn't want someone like that working the orchards.
Send that spread back to the unemployment line. No. Maybe you could be of use to each other.
What the hell are you proposing? Let her burn the orchards down while I stand behind her and applaud? We ain't got nothing to exchange.
Yeah, she's an earnest worker. She'd do a good job if you were a better manager.
She wants to help, does she? You know what? I'll call your bluff. She can keep at it with close supervision, but if she screws up even once, she's out. Here's your pay, with a little extra for getting to the bottom of things. It's gonna be real interesting in the orchard for the foreseeable future. Thanks, I guess.
Well, that's not the mystery I came here to solve, but I did solve it. Meaning, I am the ultimate detective. I'm so powerful in my detective skills that I can solve crimes I don't even care about. So, where was the ex-pool cleaner again? He's just up there. This guy, I think he's inside. Oh, shoot. I could have done this while I was here. Oh, well, there's nowhere to fast travel to, eh? Nope. Completely forgot. So I have access to the RR and DD labs. Make sure I have this thing out. Mysteries? I like this clue detector thing. Do not like these guys. Not afraid to admit. Don't like these guys. Let's bring up my dialogue skills more. Because that is going to be increasingly relevant. Anything up here? Nope. Okay, let's go check out the labs before we move on. I feel like...
Helen was at this lab too. We're close to finding something. I can feel it.
Same. I feel like the missing worker is relevant somehow.
Okay.
And we still don't know what happened to the second groundskeeper.
Hello? I can hear you out there. If you still possess the majority of your mental capacities, please locate the test room through the lobby and to the left. You'll see me through the glass.
Hello, Doctor.
How in the aether did you get in here? You're not a Rizzo's authorized. Oh, void it all. What does it even matter now?
Exactly.
What do you want? Speak up and quickly if you will.
What would I get from this sly?
Oh, please. Do I look like some simpleton groundskeeper to you? You do know I possess one of the highest highest IQs in all of Eridanos.
That's why you're working in a rundown abandoned lab.
Okay, Rungleach, you got me there. But it's not run down. It's merely, under a state of duress due to an outbreak of pandemonium at the moment. You see, I've found myself in a bit of a pickle. Some of my lab techs have turned rather aggressive following a recent experiment gone awry.
Oh, really?
That's why I've barricaded myself in the lab.
Goes on in these labs to turn your researchers against you.
Oh no. They're quite unaware of their actions, I'm afraid. We're a research and development branch of Rizzo's, focused primarily on the Spectrum vodka line. But the specific research that goes on in this facility is utterly confidential. You understand?
They work on the vodka, so I don't know if they would have been working on the new drink. I'll find out when I leave these labs, might as well tell me. Yeah, I saw that guy back there. I don't know what their deal is right now. I'm hoping they're not infected.
So you've no qualms about snooping through my precious research files. But will you understand the data once you've acquired it? Essentially, we research new innovations for an array of Rizzo's products. My present troubles stem from one we've just developed. The product's potential for profit is nearly limitless. But I'm afraid explaining the science behind it would far exceed your capability for understanding.
Well, that's why I brought a doctor.
If it's causing sudden aggressive behavior in lab technicians, there must be a fast-acting neurological agent of some kind.
I've underestimated you. Yes, it seems to be an adverse effect of several organisms attaching to a subject. Quite unnerving.
Like those slugs?
And lose my life's work? Want me to just burn my lab and my entire future to the ground over one experiment that's gotten rather out of hand? No, I think not. We merely need to clean up the mess, so to speak. Reset the lab back to functional parameters.
Clean up? They were human beings. Don't you care about them at all?
Clearly not.
Those can be replaced, you know. Research data? Now that's invaluable.
There isn't anything you can do to help?
Yes. I suppose I should make myself useful. Let me think. Ah, I know. I can remotely unlock the supply closets in the lower levels of the lab. Perhaps you'll find some useful apparatus or two in them.
Okay. Well, I can take care of this, but I need you to answer some questions.
Excellent. You have my gratitude, and soon you'll have my knowledge of Miss Bellamy's recent visit as well. Now, if you'd rather not kill my lab techs during this cleanup, I believe you can dispense a sedative gas from a terminal in the utility room.
Your call, Captain. I don't know if the lab techs can even be helped at this point.
The door to the lab
We'll
is
try.
sealed for our safety, so you'll need to take the elevator down. I'll unseal the access hallway for you now. Do take care.
Those guys are cool, right? Okay. So, I don't know if the lab techs can be saved from the effect of their experiment here, but I want to try.
Not worth it, buddy.
What? Oh, I didn't even read this. So, the purple berry drink that they've been talking about all this time came about because someone accidentally dropped a purple berry into some chemical waste management that was obviously not, like, very securely dealt with. And their manager told them to fish the berry out of the waste management, and they accidentally swallowed it. and they said it didn't taste half bad before falling into a coma. So they sterilized the mixture of berries and toxic waste, and they sell it as a drink. Okay, is there anything useful in here? Warn me about the gas canisters. I guess that's what I have to find. Someone complaining that market researchers aren't real scientists? Sure. Okay. And some boilerplate safety stuff that I'm sure was super useful. Okay, if I go down this elevator, I'll have a straight shot towards the utility room. I can take the stairs, but that might not... I gotta see what I'm dealing with first. Did they get stuck at the top? Uh-oh. Shoot. The door's barred. Biscuits. I need to get around here. Yeah, the stairs might be... Shoot. Okay, let's see what I can do. If I can stick to the wall and come up this way, maybe? Void, these guys are fast. If I go this way, I can get around those two. Maybe I can cut into this room here.
Rizzo's could have helped a lot of people with all the bits they poured into this place.
Okay, I just need to get across this hall. Shit. Just go, 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 go. Okay, here's some lab notes. Trial K08 has produced moderate results. Sweetener produces 36 more pounds of dopamine. Produces more dopamine than popular cigarette brands. This is as far as I can go without classifying it as a tobacco product. And this is to Blossom, who was the person we just talked to. Wait a minute. B. No, because the letter said something about like a story and busting that wide open. Dr. Blossom already knows everything that's going on. Why would she do that? And why would she try to screw over Rizzo? No, it's not her. So this one department was running out of, was having budget cuts. And then this team was screaming in terror once they saw Spectrum Brown was being worked on. And then Blossom sends an angry email because of hearing all the noise, which presumably was all of this happening to people.
Imagine making that much of this stuff and it still tastes bad.
Okay, the terminal is right over there. Oh, the terminal's on the other side of that wall. Go, 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 go. Oof. New employee orientation. Oh, this is just an insert name thing. Training file corrupted. Please guess how to do your job to the best of your ability. Okay. Requests from lab workers that I respond to and manage. Some puzzles look at the gas lines or some canisters. So this is their utility person slash janitor. They mentioned how they didn't have a lot of instruction, obviously. They hooked up the gas in case there was raptidons. Oh, and then they could be a taste tester for the next Spectrum flavor. So they're probably patient 0. Oh my gosh, I should have been using my mystery gun this whole time. Oh, the stairs were blocked anyways. Oh, of course. I'm sure she said that, and I didn't realize. Where's the elevator? It's not here. Yeesh, I have a terrible sense of direction.
Just who in the... Oh my law. It's you. Wait. What do you think you...
What?
Dr. Blossom? Captain, we gotta hurry.
Doctor?
Somebody didn't want us talking to Dr. Blossom. You think it was Miss Helen's killer?
It looks like this serial star was killed by a serial killer. No, but actually this is terrible.
Confirmation of discrepancy confirmed. This person is most definitely dead. But recently, they were still alive.
Yes. You're sure you heard gunshots, but this victim's loss of blood is oddly minimal.
These puncture marks. It looks like she was injected with something.
Didn't Helen have a needle weapon on the show? No bullet casings either. Much resistance, these are well trained. It's kind of sharpshooter adventure. Yeah, I mean, I could have taken these guys, so.
What an awful place to die. What do you think happened to her?
Five kills, in and out before we catch a glimpse. I'd expect more blood.
There are lots of ways to kill someone without spilling blood. But I guess this isn't the time.
No, please, continue. Office key card. I'll borrow that.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. The organic matter that comprises this lab worker died at a similar time and of similar circumstance as the other corpses already scanned. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. The organic matter that comprises this lab worker died at a similar time and of similar circumstance as the other corpses already scanned.
It's not gonna... Oh, whoops. There it is. Okay. This is Dr. Blossom. Eridanium gigaseous Slug Research Report 1. Subject: a bunch of slugs. Ugh. These things may well be Rizzo's ticket to the top of the board. But at the end of the day, they still look like my brother would if he ever stopped wearing...
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
These little bastards suckling on the hairy undersides of a teacup canid. Much like my brother, who works for the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. The backstabber. Suffice it to say that these things are parasites. The canid didn't seem to mind, but it's almost as stupid as my research staff. Good stuff. Oh, whoops. Got some spectrum on the dissection subject. It's fine. Yeah, I think I see a couple sacs in the worm. Might secrete enzymes or poison or something. We'll figure it out later. Starting to see doubles, so I'm going to switch to working on the Gatling. Almost got the spectrum lock done.
So they found these slugs here, spilled a little drink on them, and then, well, we ended up with what we ended up with. Okay, a message from Lou. Miss Bellamy requested a tour. So she was working on a Gatling gun that fires, I guess, drinks? And this is the message that we saw them receive downstairs. Okay, so they're inspecting the Eridanos slugs. Lowercase slugs and uppercase acronym slugs is very easy to mix up. But they produce dopamine more efficiently than anything on record, which would explain those smiles and never blinking. Oh, and the pheromones makeup is completely unique, so there's no regulations on it. The idea of a completely addictive product with zero laws surrounding it would certainly justify any means. Suppose it would. And there's a deleted file here that I
What kind
can't
of monster
access.
kills all these people over a data cartridge?
So, Blossom apparently doesn't work well sober, which she's aware of, so she had herself a drink of purple berry and designed a new weapon, but it requires, well, it's not purple berry, the Spectrum vodka, but it requires each of every kind of Spectrum vodka to work properly. So, this cool thing here. Ooh, that was good timing.
Body heat readings indicate that the culprit was just here mere moments earlier in the timeline.
Examine the grate. A small frame person. Oh, they would have come through the grate?
Looks like a standard ventilation shaft to me. Somebody around my size could have crawled in. Wouldn't have been comfortable or, you know, clean. Ventilation shafts usually turn into sprat nests.
Why don't you go look? A cut red wire. This was one of the circuits, perhaps the door lock regulation system.
See that red wire? Whoever cut that wire was trying to disrupt the circuit. They could have sealed the lab doors temporarily. At least until the failsafes kicked in.
That's why we couldn't open the door. You know what? I'm glad I brought Parvati and Elly, the engineer and the scientist. I don't know if anyone else on the crew would have been as helpful right now. Almost 10:30. I was planning to go till 10:30 because I started at 7:30. And I am feeling a bit tired. I'm just worried I'm gonna, like, lose a lot of information if I stop. I do want to follow up with these things. What about this? If I do this... Oh, it's going to mark it outside, obviously. Okay, let's hop outside and see where that is. Oh, that's what it's been all this time?
Please evacuate the orchards at this time. Releasing the mosquitoes for pollinization. Cycle now in progress.
Do you hear buzzing?
Uh-oh. 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 Uh-oh.
Make him regret it.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no, I gotta turn this off.
Someone needs to get to hive control to shut down the swarms.
Wait. What is this leading me to? This? What do I have marked? Oh, god damn it. Oh, I should have been running that way. I had the wrong quest marked. Ah!
Caution advised. Mosquito venom sacs release the chemical patent pending, name withheld.
Oh my god.
Makes a single
Well, thank you for that information. It's a good thing you hit the off switch. Ah! Can't use well in combat. Oh, for... Oh god, what's my save? Please have an autosave from when I left the building. And yes, I knew it! They kept talking about it. Oh my god. This isn't when I came in, is it? Okay. I was terrified. Okay, I have this marked, so that's why. Yeah, I got everything here still, right? Okay. That's fine. It looks like there was a save, because I had the other quest marked, so there must have been a save right before I got out of here, so I think it's fine.
All personnel. Unscheduled colonization cycle is about to commence. Please evacuate the orchards at this time. Releasing the mosquitoes for colonization. Cycle is now in progress.
Okay, I don't want to stop to fight these things.
Here they come.
Come on. Still in combat with who?
Mosquito stings have been known to cause auditory confusion before death. So if you cannot understand this message, that may be why.
Whew. There's a tool here.
Tool is comprised of 99% plastic, 0.5% steel, and 0.5% carbonated sugary beverage. Trace amounts of kerosene, alcohol, hydrazine, and liquid hydrogen also detected.
This is a multi-tool from Slug.
What did you find, Cap?
And some substances. I assume.
Slug runs the hotels. And the spaceport. And Law knows what else. So that don't exactly narrow it down.
There's some foreign substance.
Think it could be dissidents? Or some type of rival company? Got it. Heads down.
Let's deal with these guys first. Pollinization cycle initiated by order of authorized user. This system has been illegally accessed by a person or persons not employed by Rizzo. So it's not a Rizzo employee. Brute force to trigger unscheduled pollinization cycles user. And someone just used brute force. Yeah, this is you just accidentally select begin pollination cycle, and the cycle activates. No password, no confirmation, and nothing. Oh. Is this the current guy, actually? Because he sent an angry letter before, because some of the waspitos got out. But then, after a treatment, he's found it difficult to stay mad about much of anything. Okay, recalling the waspitos to the hive.
No active waspitos detected outside of the hive. The pollinization cycle is concluded.
That's one word for it.
All orchards gates. Surviving workers may now return to your stations.
Captain, I'm gonna hazard a guess and say someone tried to kill us.
Yeah. And finding that fact out, it really stings. Yeah. Yeah! Don't get fooled again. Don't get fooled again. No. Brr, 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 brr. CSI Miami. Okay. So, murder on Eridanos. Oh, no. 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 Okay, I'm just gonna let that happen without me. You're alive? But how?
A sweetest hello to you again, Orchard's visitor. Have you tried Rizzo's Purple Berry Bunch? Our soft, sour candy shell surrounds a sweet purple berry flavored center. Suck it. Chew it. You can do it. Rizzo's does beseech you to please purchase one of our self-guided options if you're wishing to join one of our rejuvenative, relaxing, reformatory tours. Now with a Puzzle Hedges trademark maze hunt and special edition taste testing for an extra 35 bits a ticket.
Okay. You know what? You have a good day. I'm gonna go. Hey, do you have anything to say about all of this?
Well, that's that, I reckon. Much as I would have liked, maybe then my ex-husband wouldn't have my house, our teacup caneted, and 20,000 of my bits.
Oh.
Sorry. You're living past trauma. Thanks for working things out.
That was new dialogue. I almost skipped it because I thought it was...
So, our situation is finally resolved. At the end of the day, it's almost amazing how easily you were able to solve both of our issues. Shame you aren't living in Byzantium. Could have been an intercorporate diplomat.
Could have
But
been.
at the moment, I'm more than pleased to take advantage of your considerable skill. Thanks for ending this nightmare, Inspector.
I thought you guys would say something about the wasp attack. Alright. I think I should end it here before I get too involved in anything else. Yeah, I'm going to save it here. But this mystery has certainly turned quite deadly on us. We found some clues, some other stories that are ongoing. I feel like these missing workers are tied in. The second groundskeeper... Oh god, I hope I remember all these details next week. This is why I write things down. But, I don't know. Past Calvin, listen to this part. The missing groundskeeper and the missing guard, the one who was supposedly a good worker, but has been missing for like a week or so, I think they're connected. We know the missing guard is in one of the rooms under the hotel, but he did have that sort of chipper attitude we saw from the Slug attachments from the Rizzo workers. I don't know if it's related, but it might be. And we know that Helen was down there and she got a tour of the facility, so she might be aware of what was going on. I don't know how completely, though. Otherwise, I don't know if I don't think the B was for Birdie. I don't think it was for Blossom anymore. I don't know if the B was meant to be a B. But that's something that we have to figure out. I'm gonna make another save. But otherwise, it is phenomenal to hop back into this game. Especially DLC that's so focused on, like, dialogue. I feel like, the last one was more combat focused. This one seems to be more conversation focused, which is brilliant, because that's what I love about this game. So I'll keep running through the DLC, no matter how many episodes it takes. Then when that's done, we just do the rest of the game till the end. And then back to Mass Effect 2, so I can get back to my Gare Bear. Otherwise, schedule right now is Batman on Thursdays, Skyrim on Fridays, and then Sci-Fi Sunday. And that's the current streaming plan. So, again, Claire, thanks for stopping by. Kat, I saw you earlier. Thanks for stopping by. Everybody else who came and watched the live stream but didn't say anything in chat, always appreciate that sort of thing still. If you're watching the VOD later, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so you get a notification when we go live. We also have a podcast, the Win with Dice podcast. We talked about tabletop RPGs. We just had our 100th episode where we talk about a whole bunch of different subjects with questions from the audience. So if you're interested in like Lancer, Starfinder, Pathfinder, definitely go check that out. And we have a whole bunch of other Lancer stuff that you can check out on the channel. Otherwise, I've been Calvin, and oh no, wait! I forgot to do one thing. I forgot my death counter. Because I died. There. It was just the once, right? Yeah, because the other time I just, like, barreled through. Okay. Well, with that out of the way, thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.